अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाजरीन, मैं हूँ सूबिया खान। आज हम बात करते हैं। आज हम अंग्रेजी में बात करेंगे। द स्टोरी ऑफ प्रॉफिट Lud Allay Prophet, known in the Bible as Prophet Lot, was raised by his uncle Prophet Ibrahim, may peace be upon him. Prophet Lud Allay Salam loved, respected and believed in Ibrahim's Lud Allay Salam message even when everyone ridiculed him. Prophet Ibrahim, together with, traveled far across land and sea, trying to invite and spread men to the fold of Islam. During Ibrahim's migration to Palestine, they received the divine decree of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala that had been chosen to be a prophet and messenger for the people of Sodom. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala directed this new prophet to travel to the city of Sodom, situated on the border of Jordan and Palestine, with the mission to guide the people who sinned back to the worship of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Sodom was a thriving city that was visited by many travelers, merchants and businessmen for trade. However, Sodom was also the most corrupt city with the highest criminal activity during that time. Travelers passing Sodom were often vilified and robbed of their belongings and sometimes were mercilessly murdered. But the most notorious act of evil that was committed by this corrupt nation was homosexuality. Homosexuality was introduced into the world by the people of none in the history of mankind had ever experienced or practiced homosexuality before Sodom. This shameful practice was the norm amongst this nation, and the entire population engaged in it. They were immensely proud of their conduct, spoke openly about it, and engaged in these immoral behaviors out in the open. Pleased with the prophethood and his new mission, Prophet soon settled in Sodom and began to devise ways to bring his people into the fold of Islam. He was that his nation was the most corrupt nation of that time, but he held firm faith and hoped and prayed that they would soon see the error of their ways and enter into the path of Allah. Soon Prophet approached the men of the city and reminded them of their Lord. Will you not fear Allah and obey Him? Verily, I am a trustworthy messenger to you. So fear Allah, keep your duty to Him and obey me. Puzzled, the men of the city began discussing amongst themselves, this man has entered our city and is telling us to cease what we are doing. Clearly he is gaining something out of this. Prophet replied, no reward do I ask of you for it. My reward is only from the Lord of the worlds. Prophet then broached the matter of homosexuality and informed them that it was indeed an immoral practice. He said, do you approach males among the worlds and leave those whom your Lord has created for you as your wives? Nay, you are a people of transgressing. Prophet then informed his people that he would never agree to be a part of this such a practice and warned them of a severe punishment from Allah. He said, I am indeed of those who disapprove with severe anger and fury your action of Sadmi. He further cautioned them of the severe punishment Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala had in store if they continued in their ways. The men and women of Sodom became very angry at speech. They conspired to drive away from their city, threatening, if you cease not, go. Verily you will be one of those who are driven out. This message of Prophet is conveyed in the Wezebet kevima laut limarselens kele leam echaviam laut eliatet lekavnin nulewam savl emne fet lekavan lilie white neavin oime eselawam welen men ejern naluya weled bun lelemne etetavne lazuaranemne lelemne oetezeravne maya kheleke lewam wawam mun ezwejnoam bel entam kevim ayadawe kalavan lean luem tenten elautalete wavne nawemne limachrejne. 160 is Allah, 161 Amin, 162 WA, 163 WA Amin Invalarable, 166 Minal, 165 WA Mamin BL, 166 Lam Yaminal, 167. English translation. The people have rejected the messengers, branding them liars. 160 Recall when their brother said to them, have you no fear? 161 I am a trustworthy messenger to you. 162 So fear Allah and obey me. 163 I seek of you no reward. My reward is with none but the Lord of the universe. 166 What of all creation will you go to fornicate with? The males. 165 Leaving aside those whom Allah has created for you as your mates. Nay, you are a people that has transgressed all limits. 166 They said, Oh, if you do not desist, you will be one of those expelled from our towns. 167 Surah 167 Prophet Lud was deeply distressed. After years and years of relentless effort to guide people toward Islam, not a single person had embraced the faith. Enduring immense suffering and striving with patience to save his people, he scolded them, You commit the abomination that none in the world ever committed before you. What? Do you go to men to satisfy your lust, engage in highway robbery and commit evil deeds in your gatherings? Surah Ayah 29. They knew they were wrong, but they continued to belittle his message, openly mocking him, Bring us the punishment of Allah if you should be of the truthful. Surah Ayah 30. And so the only household that praised Allah, Sabahinaya Oetele, in Sodom was that of Prophet Lud Allay Salam. While he and his daughters remained steadfast in their religion, his wife chose the path of disbelief. Prophet Lud Allay Salam then raised his hands and prayed, My Lord, spare me against the corrupting people. Surah Ayah 30. Meanwhile, Allah sent 3 angels, including angel disguised as men, to Prophet Ibrahim's house as guests. Ibrahim, who failed to recognize the angels, prepared a grand feast for his guests. But his guests refused the meals offered to them. He angels then proceeded towards Sodom disguised as handsome young men. The daughter of Prophet Lud Allay Salam, a believer, witnessed the handsome men entering the city and frantically ran to her father and informed him of the 3 men. Prophet Lud Allay Salam approached the men and welcomed them to the city of Sodom. He knew too well of the fate that would befall the young men at the hands of the men of Sodom, so he intended to convince the men to leave the city for their own safety. But Prophet Lud Allay Salam was too embarrassed to ask the guests to leave, so he guided the guests to his home, ensuring that none saw the 3 handsome men. Wife, they saw the men as they entered her house together with her husband. She hurried to the men of the city and informed them that had 3 attractive young men in his house. The men rejoiced at the news and slowly gathered outside house and began pounding on his door. Prophet Lud Allay Salam shouted, Do not disgrace me concerning my guests. Is there not among you a man of reason? Growing restless, the man shouted back, Have we not forbidden you from hosting people? The whole nation of Sodom had now gathered at doorstep. They grew impatient by the minute and began breaking down his door. Feeling agitated, called out to his people, These the girls of the nation are my daughters, to marry lawfully if you must act so. The men responded, You have already known that we have no interest in your daughters, and indeed you know what we want. Prophet Lud Allay Salam became helpless against the corrupt people. If only I had against you some power or could take refuge in a strong power, he thought. The 3 men then spoke up, Oh, indeed we are angels of your Lord, therefore they will never reach you. Angel then stepped out of house and struck the men, causing all men to lose their eyesight. Shocked and enraged, the men shouted, What's this magic that just hit us? Where did this come from? Oh, you are the one behind this. You will see what we will do to you tomorrow. The blind men then returned to their homes, plotting to destroy the following day. Allah, Sabahinaya Oetele, commanded to Prophet Lud Allay Salam, Set out with your family during a portion of the night and let not any among you look back except your wife. Indeed she will be struck by that which strikes them. Indeed their appointment is for the morning. Is not the morning near? As instructed, Prophet Lud Allay Salam, together with his daughters, left Sodom during the night. Zere belilia me aselal luizne ue feravan marete na marete laut ue neteate hute ebeden min an beadinea silhain fechenete amea felem agni enea meam nelilien shea o en ledochale alinuar me leduchnelne. Are et lut min minel shai. English translation. Allah has set forth for the unbelievers the parable of the wives of Noah and Lot. They were wedded to two of our righteous servants, but each acted treacherously with her husband, and their husbands could be of no avail to them against Allah. The two of them were told, "Enter the fire with all the others who enter it." Surah Al-Das. Prophet Lud Allay Salam, who left Sodom with his daughters, returned to his uncle Prophet Ibrahim Lud Allay Salam. Together they continued to spread the message of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala until his death. Today, the site of Sodom, the city of corruption, is marked by the Dead Sea as a reminder of Allah's wrath against the people of Prophet. The reflects on this. And verily, the cities, were right on the high road from Mecca to Syria, i.e., the place where the Dead Sea is now. Surely, therein is indeed a sign for the believers. Surah 76-77 mentions Hebrew Bible and New Testament. Moses in the Hebrew Bible referred to the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah in Deuteronomy 29:22. Your children who follow you in later generations and foreigners who come from distant lands will see the calamities that have fallen on the land and the diseases with which the Lord has afflicted it. The whole land will be a burning waste of salt and sulfur, nothing planted, nothing sprouting, no vegetation growing on it. It will be like the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, which the Lord overthrew in fierce anger. In the Bible New Testament, Luke 17:28, Jesus compares his to the judgment of Sodom and Gomorrah. Likewise, as it was in the days of Lot, they ate, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built, but on the day when Lot went out from Sodom, fire and sulfur rained from heaven and destroyed them all, so will it be on the day when the Son of Man is revealed. Quran verses that mention the story of Prophet. In total, Prophet is mentioned 17 times in the below. You will find the remaining verses from the that mention the story of Prophet Lud Allay Salam, which were not directly referenced above. Surah An-Nam 6:86. Surah 7:80. English translation. And we had sent Lot when he said to his people, "Do you commit such immorality as no one has preceded you with from among the worlds? Indeed, you approach men with desire instead of women. Rather, you are a transgressing people." But the answer of his people was only that they said, "Evict them from your city. Indeed, they are men who keep themselves pure." Surah 80-82. Surah Had 11-74-77-89. English translation. But when he saw their hands not reaching for it, he distrusted them and felt from them apprehension. They said, "Fear not. We have been sent to the people of Lot." 70. And when our messengers, the angels, came to Lot, he was anguished for them and felt for them great discomfort and said, "This is a trying day." 73. And O my people, let not your dissension from me cause you to be struck by that similar to what struck the people of Noah or the people of Hud or the people of Saleh. And the people of Lot are not from you far away. 89. Surah 15:59. English translation. Abraham said, "Then what is your business here, O messengers?" They said, "Indeed, we have been sent to a people of criminals except the family of Lot. Indeed, we will save them all except his wife. Allah decreed that she is of those who remain behind." 57-60. Surah 21-71-74. English translation. And to Lot we gave judgment and knowledge, and we saved him from the city that was committing wicked deeds. Indeed, they were a people of evil, defiantly disobedient. 74. सूरह हज 22:43, सूरह 29-28-32. English translation. And mentioned Lot when he said to his people, indeed you commit such immorality as no one has preceded you with from among the worlds. Indeed you approach men and obstruct the road and commit in your meetings every evil. And the answer of his people was not, but they said, bring us the punishment of Allah, if you should be of the truthful. He said, my Lord, spare out me against the corrupting people. And when our messengers came to Abraham with the good tidings, they said, indeed, we will destroy the people of that large city. Indeed, its people have been wrongdoers. Abraham said, indeed, within it is Lot. They said, we are more knowing of who is within it. We will surely save him and his family except his wife. She is to be of those who remain behind. 28-32. Surah 37-1-5-3, Surah 7-38-13, Surah 50-13, Surah 34-33. English translation. The people of Lot denied the warning. Indeed, we sent upon them a storm of stones, except the family of Lot, we saved them before dawn as favor from us. Thus do we reward he who is grateful. And he had already warned them of our assault, but they disputed the warning. And they had demanded from him his guests, but we obliterated their eyes, saying, taste my punishment and warning. And there came upon them by morning an abiding punishment. 30-38. 66. English translation. Allah presents an example of those who disbelieved, the wife of Noah and the wife of Lot. They were and then two of our righteous servants but betrayed them, so those prophets did not avail them from Allah at all, and it was said, enter the fire with those who enter. Thus. Thank you for watching LTIP channel. Please subscribe this channel. Please tell to your friends about this channel and get reward from Allah.